everybody, Salty is back. I have a match in my Hyaku Shiki ground type. I've been meaning to do another video on this. That way I can actually do my thoughts on it. I did post the original one, and I think I was extremely busy that day, and I did not have time to do commentary, so I said, yeet. So, the Hyaku Shiki ground type is a very, very nice suit. It's a 600 cost support. It's a very solid suit, very fun. Its main weapon is a beam rifle with an underslung railgun, because yeehaw, I guess. It also has chest-mounted missiles, also this weird flame missile cannon thing, also a beam cannon. So I do have some gripes with the flame missile launcher thing. I feel like the reload time is just a tad too long for it. I feel like it should be reduced anywhere from 1.2 to 1.5 seconds. Because I do often find myself in this suit with no weapons. With the exception of just a beam cannon to defend myself, and my other weapons are still reloading. That is my biggest gripe with this suit, is that just the ammo count is sort of low on a lot of the weapons. The rail cannon does pierce like most rail cannons do in this game, which is nice. The beam rifle is very nice in the form of very high velocity round, and it hurts pretty hard. The beam cannon is also a solid pick, though it is rather low damage, I feel. Who's man? Do you not know who you messing with, my boy? Eat all my stunning attacks. Thank you. I do like the grenade launchers mounted in the chest. They're very solid. They feel great to use. Very rapid fire, very high chip damage. So you're able to kill quite a few people with that if you land the entire barrage. But my aim is terrible and I miss a lot. The fire missiles are extremely high damaging. If you land them all, you're looking at a lot of damage. Anywhere from I've seen when most of the missiles hits, you can shave off like half of the suit's HP, and then they're also dealing with tick damage, and it's got a pretty decent AoE. You can catch multiple people with it. I feel like most napalm type weapons should have bigger AoEs. Take the Gundam's super napalm weapon under the underslung beam rifle. So in GBO1, that thing had a blast radius of like 4 bazookas. It was kind of gross, and it was very fun. It didn't do crap for damage. It didn't really do damage at all. I think at most 700. But I really enjoyed that weapon because it was such a huge AoE to it, and you were able to follow up with some pretty meaty melee damage from the Gundam itself, and you were able to stun multiple people because the blast, the AoE on it was so big. So I would like to see, definitely like to see some more AoE to a lot of the napalm weapons, except for like the continuous explodey missiles. I don't really care for those. Honestly, those are weird. They don't make no sense to me. But technically, the Zaku cracker grenades should have a massive AoE, because each nub on the cracker grenade is an explosive, and they pop off the core and then explode. So technically, that weapon should have like an AoE like 10 times the size of what it has currently. Hopefully that will get a change. I think that'd be interesting. Um, but back to the suit. This suit. It's very nimble, as you can see. It's using all the same animations as the Gundam Mud Rock, which is quite nice, or the Mad Rock, depending on what name you prefer. Um, Damn, I really tried. I keep forgetting this thing doesn't have maneuver armor. I think it'd be a really good suit if it had maneuver armor, if you ask me. Um, yes, Teddy. Why do you always have to come onto the desk and start barking when I'm doing a recording, bud? But yeah. For what it is, it's a very solid support. I quite like it. Either the one change I would do for it would be to decrease the load time on the missiles, because they do take a little too long for my taste. Um, but otherwise, everything else about this suit is pretty solid. I quite like it. It's sort of silly to me that they actually, like lore-wise, like this is for the universe themselves, they actually managed to put a railgun under a beam rifle. I find that silly, and I don't know why, because there's a railgun from the Gym Desert type with an underslung 4-tube missile pod, but that makes more sense. This one is just a power-hungry weapon. this, Holy crap. It's so silly to me. I love the design of it, too, because it's like a combination of a MMP-80 and an M16 or some shit like that. It's kind of silly, but I quite enjoy it for what it is. Yeah, you don't think about that, bud. But I do like its downswing. Well, I do and I don't like its downswing, right? So the downswing is a bit off, as you can see. It's very quick. It's a two-hitter. A lot of the time, I miss that second swing entirely. Either it just phases through the enemy and just does no damage. Like I could swing at them, hit it with the first, and then the poke will just not hit. And I don't know why. Maybe there's a disconnect sometimes with it, but hopefully that gets fixed. Make it a little bit easier to hit that downswing with 2 hits, because it does do good damage. You can hit up generals for like 4K with it. It's quite nice if it takes. But other than that, it's a good suit. So if you have one on your team, you can actually run 2 of these. And it's gonna do it can play rather well when you have 2 of them, because if 2 of them's focusing you, you're going to get stunned. You're going to just get hit. Me and Zero took one of these out, both of these out, and we when we did stick together, we were able to stun raids rather fast, because between the chest-mounted grenades and the fire grenades or missiles, we did pretty good. But that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoy. That's, besides the missile pod taking forever to reload, it's a solid suit. Hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday, and I shall talk to you guys later.